sharing a little bit of a piece that, because I didn't take my faith for, well, we're Orthodoxy and we're right. Like I said, in my early 20s, I mean, I went to Esther, I went to motivational speakers, I went to all of these different things to find out.
Rolling Stones.
Huh?
You went to Altamont.
I did. I was at Altamont.
I want you to tell the Altamont
What's
story.
Altamont?
I didn't know you knew that I went to Altamont.
You told me about it.
Yeah.
What is Altamont?
Well, let me just say that I have a son-in-law that gets really excited when
Look up Rolling Stones Altamont, 1969.
December, I don't know, 17th or something around there.
The Hells Angels were the security.
Right. And there was a murder there.
Yeah.
Were you the one who did the murder?
No, but I was up close. I hitchhiked down from Sacramento with a friend of mine that was from Orange County, and I was 17 years old. And when we got there, and there was like 3 different changes in vehicles, but the last vehicle we had been dropped off in Berkeley, and then from Berkeley right to where outside of the Altamont Speedway. And everybody was playing, a bunch of guitars playing, fires, and people are partying. And my friend goes, almost immediately, let's try to get in. And I remember going, yeah, right, Ron, all these people, we're going to be able to get in. By the way, by the time it started, there ended up being 300,000 plus, equal to Woodstock. But we got in, and
this is the December just following Woodstock. So Woodstock was
was summer, yeah,
6 months earlier.
Yeah, and peace and love and all that. And
right.
There's a theological thing here that happened for me, and Don McLean actually put it into his song, and I'm going. Everybody I ever told about my experience laughed at me, and I'll tell you what that is. But when he came out with that song and that verse, the 4th verse, I think, or whatever.
Of which song?
American Pie.
American Pie, okay.
So anyways, there's probably only 50 people when we got in there, and they're still building the stage of what was to be, like I said, 300,000 people. So the show starts. It was jam-packed. There was lots of acts throughout the day. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Jefferson Airplane. They were the big names of the Bay Area, or California. And when the Rolling Stones came on, and this is when the murder happened, and I tell people, it's not that I believe that the Rolling Stones are Satan worshipers. But on that night, Satan was there. And when he started singing Sympathy for the Devil, he was the devil. He was the vehicle of it. And the murder happened during that time. And at that moment, because I remember we were all sitting on our sleeping bags. When the murder happened, everybody that was behind it got pushed back. So I lost my sleeping bag and all of that. But I said, I got to go. So I left and what have you. I won't tell you the rest of the story, but it's those experiences that I've had. And I'm happy that from my standpoint, that true faith, in my opinion, comes from being able to discern what's around you. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't line up, I naturally get paranoid. I'll go into a party or whatever. If I don't feel comfortable, I'm gone. Especially if it's contrary to my faith. But I don't know if that's what you wanted me to mention, but the devil was there. The whole experience, when I look back on it, especially with the Rolling Stones, with the Hells Angels.
And the murder happened during what song?
Sympathy for the Devil.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now,
that's-
you
that's
guys are
what-
familiar with that?
Wikipedia says.
Yeah, I know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and fame. Been around for a long, long time. Stole many a man's soul away. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. So it keeps on going through the verses, and when he says, "I hope you guess my name," is Satan. Now, people
Okay,
will
but
say-
reading this, the guy who got killed pulled out a gun and got stabbed by the Hell's Angels. I
right,
mean, like,
he
he pulled out a gun.
Right.
I have a lot less sympathy.
Yeah, but if you saw what the what the Hell's Angels were doing, they were beating people over the head with cue sticks. They pushed. It was almost disgusting to see that
apparently they got paid in beer.
Well, right.
To do the security, and so they were very drunk. I mean, I'm reading about this. This is
yeah.
This sounds like a Protestant conference, and that's the type of thing that happens.
What?
When you have no hierarchy.
Is this happening at the CRC right now?
Well, the thing is, like, there's a guy complaining about the $500 for the beer that he never got he still hasn't gotten paid back for, and that just reminded me of the $500 I shelled out for the campgrounds that I still haven't gotten paid back for.
So, the
Oriental Orthodox are here.
Oh yeah, Andrew's here.
Hello.
How's it
Burn
Power did his great series on how we got here, and I'll send you a link, George. Burn Power, he's another YouTuber I've been following.
Okay.
And I'm not calling Andrew Oriental Orthodox because he's Asian. He's actually a Copt. He's non-Chalcedonian, so he's even more of a heretic than I am.
So
you agree with Chalcedon? No way.
I don't agree with any of it, but at least I have a covenant with God. Like, you're like just a heretic.
Burn said that 1969, the summer of 1969, there's Woodstock, and there's all this mystique about it. And Burn was saying, like, basically that Summer of Love, the whole 60s mystique is based on this one event, and by the end of the event, it's over.
Right.
And Altamont is just putting the nail in the coffin.
The
There's
music
no
guide
mystique after that.
That's where American Pie. It's one segment. He calls it the generation lost in space. And being one of them, I would say yes, because that changed my whole view of the peace and love thing. They were just words. They were selfish words. Yeah, you want peace so you can do what you want to do. And the love was love the one you're with.